All right, guys, you asked for the recipe of the pretzels. There's over like 200 some odd thousand views on that video and hundreds of comments asking for the recipe. So I'm gonna break it down step by step and give you the exact measurements for everything. Okay, so to start, you're gonna need 40 grams of brown sugar and 250 grams of warm water and 4 grams of active dry yeast. I'm gonna combine my water and my brown sugar, but you're gonna give this a good stir, get it all incorporated together. And then you're gonna sprinkle your active dry yeast right on top and let this sit for about 5 minutes. It's gonna get all foamy and then we'll come back.
And here's what it looks like.
So the yeast mixture has been resting for about 10 minutes actually, which is totally fine. Now we're gonna add in our butter, 50 grams, salt, 8 grams, bread flour, 300 grams, and all-purpose flour, 200 grams. This was mixing on the hand mixer for about a minute, but I'm gonna take it off so that way I can add the discard. We're gonna add in 150 grams of our discard. Okay, I'm gonna let my KitchenAid do the hard work here. It's gonna knead it for about 10-15 minutes, and I do have my dough whisk on here as well. Do about like a high-medium speed. Okay, now that this is all incorporated pretty well, I am gonna knead it by hand. I did put a little bit of flour on my counter just because this dough can tend to be a little bit stickier. See what I mean? I personally like to knead halfway through with my hands just so I can get a feel for the dough and everything. Look how fluffy this dough is. These are gonna be some good pretzels, guys. After we have it all kneaded up, we're gonna go ahead and put it back in the same bowl, and we're gonna let this rest for about 60 to 90 minutes-ish. I'm gonna let it double in size and do its thing, and then we're gonna go ahead and get them all shaped up. Okay, it's been 90 minutes, and this is what he looks like on the inside. We're gonna use our bench scraper and get everything out. Okay, now we're gonna take our dough and we're gonna separate it into 8 equal parts. Okay, after you have them all weighed out, they should, if you're gonna measure them, be about like 125 grams. You're gonna take and you're gonna roll them out. I kind of just give it a little stretch. So roll them out until they're about yay long. And then put it in a U, cross, cross. And I just pat down where they meet. And there you have your pretzel. You're gonna take and you're gonna put your pretzel on your parchment lined baking sheet. And I highly suggest you do 2 baking sheets because these are gonna go through another hour rise and they get massive, especially after they bake.
Just welcome to the bitchin' kitchen. I whip out some dough holes.
What did you say before that?
Look at this dough, it's so fluffy.
If you could hear my husband singing Creed in the background, just ignore that. You're gonna go through, roll these out, and then repeat this process until all of them are done. Okay, this is how the pretzels look. We're gonna let them rest on the counter for 1 hour before we boil our water and then bake them.
You're going to add 30 grams baking soda and 30 grams of brown sugar to the boiling water. Toss 1 pretzel in at a time, and you're gonna boil them on each side for about a minute each. They do get huge. Now we're gonna whisk an egg yolk and brush that all over the tops of the pretzels before adding our salt. I am using just a plain coarse salt. It's all that I had on hand. Look how big these get after the water bath. So now you're gonna bake these at 450 degrees for 17 minutes. They literally turn out perfect every single freaking time. Let me know if you try this recipe. I hope they turn out perfect and your family loves them as much as we do. Bye.